Okay, we're at Teton High School. It's been interesting getting this game on the air. We've got 1:21 left in the first quarter. A 12-9 game on your Bear Lake Memorial Hospital scoreboard in favor of Teton. The Bear Lake Bears with the basketball. It's been a back-and-forth game. The Teton, this is their biggest lead of the game at 3. The Bears' biggest lead of the game was also 3. Jack Hume going to go down the lane with a spin move up. It's blocked and taken out of there by the Grizzlies. Quickly, they come the other way. Oh, Tafoya had taken it away. And there is a foul. They're going to call that foul on Tafoya. Tafoya fouled the young man's elbow with his face right there. But it's Teton basketball, the fourth foul on the Bears, first foul on Tafoya. And the ball comes into Kuntz. Kuntz turnaround jumper is good. And it's the biggest lead of the game for the Timberwolves at 14-9. Kuntz takes it away and lays it in. Kuntz did not start. He's already got 5 on the night. Tafoya and Hume with it in the backcourt. Hume will bounce it to Keach. Keach to Warner. Warner gets street in the air, gets it up and in. Nice move by Warner for the Bear Lake Bears to bring the score back to 16-11. Street, 3, good. They can make the Phillips 66 U-Save three-point shot all night long, and they have so far, 19-11. That is their 4th made three-point shot already here in the first quarter, and then Bears turn it over. Backcourt violation. The pressure caused the backcourt. 7.4 seconds left. The Timberwolves will look to extend their lead. They lead it right now 19-11. And another 3 on the way. Yes. That's Brown. Makes it 3 at the buzzer. And at the end of one quarter, the Bears had a lead at one point, 9-6. They trail it going into the second quarter, 22-11. We'll have that second quarter for you right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, we have the honor of having a great radiology team. They've been recognized at the state level of being the best in their field. In our radiology department, we are able to provide MRIs, CT scans, X-rays, mammograms, ultrasound, echocardiograms, nuclear medicine, and DEXA scans.
I'm Ben Olson. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and just joined Bear Lake Memorial. I'm originally from here in Bear Lake, graduated in 1997, went to undergrad in Pocatello at Idaho State, went to med school in Missouri, residency in Ohio, practiced in Northeastern Oregon for the last 11 years. I'm excited to come back home. You kind of grow up doing a lot of outdoor stuff like hiking and hunting and fishing, and that's kind of what we would do as a family. Now, as your kids get older, your life is focused around them, so then you chase them around with all their sporting activities, and that's been a lot of fun. Probably the thing I love the most is taking somebody that can't find relief and offering them a surgical alternative and seeing the change that can happen. My goal for my patients is to earn your trust and take you through that journey and offer them some relief from what they're suffering from.
Bears with the basketball to start the second quarter. Bears down by score 22-11. It goes inside to Warner. He has the ball knocked away, taken away. Brown will come out of there with it. Quickly, he goes up ahead to Nelson. Nelson in the corner. He'll come back out. Warner knocks it away from Brown, but it'll stay Teton basketball as Warner knocks it out. Carlisle will check out. Birch checks in for him. And Teton, 5 made three-point shots in the first quarter. The Bears were focusing on that as a part of their defensive strategy in this game. And then travel force. Nelson takes a step before he makes the pass. The Bears force the turnover. And the Bears will have it back. 7:26 if you're just joining us in the second quarter. This game started early. It's supposed to be a 7:30 tip. And the other two games went quick, so they just started it. And so we're in second quarter action. And the Bears trail it on the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital scoreboard by a score of 22-11 here on the SVI Sports Network. Hume with it out in three-point range. He goes to Anderson. Anderson for the Phillips 66 U-Save three-point attempt. No good. Rebound goes to Nelson. Quickly up ahead. Street with it. And he's going to have to pass it back out. Nelson drives the lane. There's two Nelsons on the court. This is Luke with it. Luke will shoot the three. He'll make the three. Why not? Everybody else on the team has made a Phillips 66 U-Save three-pointer. They're filling it up. Live to the full, and they are from the three-point line. That is their sixth made three-point shot on the night, and they lead it by a score of 25-11. Phillips 66 U-Save, where your convenience is our pleasure. Inside it goes to Warner. Warner muscles it up, can't get it to go. Rebound over to Burke Nelson. He'll bring it into the front court. He'll stop, fake the three, go to Kuntz. He won't fake it. He'll shoot it. He'll miss it, and the rebound goes to Robinson from Bear Lake. Nelson tried to save it inbounds, but Robinson catches the pass. Anderson will set the offense, dribble it out, direct some traffic. Now goes to Hume on the wing. Hume looking inside to Robinson. Up top to Anderson, back to Hume. Cross court pass to Birch. Birch gets his man in the air and draws the foul. That one's going to go on Kuntz. Nice pump fake there from Birch. And he'll go to the Jacobson Mountain Air foul line. Jacobson Mountain Air for all your heating and air conditioning needs in the Bear Lake Valley. Get a hold of Jacobson Mountain Air. Birch for the first foul shot. It's good. Tafoya will check in. Hume will check out. Birch will have one more. His second foul shot rims out. He's got 3 points on the night. Quickly to the other end. Street for three. He misses. They've missed two in a row. The rebound is going to go out of bounds. It'll be Bear Lake basketball. Last touch by Brown. Nice student section here, I have to admit. This is one of the few student sections I've seen that compares to the Bear Lake six-man. Anderson and Tafoya still in the backcourt. Tafoya drives past the pressure. Now we'll get it back to Anderson, still the center court circle. Anderson being defended out there by Nelson. Gets it over to Birch. Birch in the corner to Tafoya. Tafoya thinks about the three. Takes the long two instead. Misses. And it's into the hands of Teton. Nelson walks on down the court. Goes over now to Thomas. To Nelson. Street going to go down the lane. No good. And rebound though to Nelson, and Nelson gets it to go. So rebound and put back there for Burke Nelson, and it's 27-12. Tafoya and Anderson still in the backcourt with it. Anderson gets it to Birch. Birch to Warner. Warner loses it, gets it back. Up and no good. And here comes Brown with the rebound. The Bears have been doing a better job of getting back in transition. And just as I say that, Nelson to the hoop. Layup is good. That one is Luke Nelson, 29-12. Bears have scored 1 point here in the quarter. Tafoya with it, finally in the front court. Tafoya will go to Birch, out of bounds. And Coach Trevor Ward takes a timeout. It's a 60. We'll come back. Teton basketball right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Ready, set, 12 days, 10 venues, 1 van. Client presentation starting in 4 minutes. Living your best midlife crisis. Rerouting. There's go in everything you do. That's why Phillips 66 is there to fuel all the ways you go, go, go.
Visit U-Save Phillips 66 in Montpelier for fuel, snacks, and more. Live to the full with U-Save Phillips 66, where your convenience is our pleasure.
You're watching Bears basketball with Jared and Lisa on the SVI Sports Network.
Back here at Teton High School, 29-12 on the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital scoreboard. It's all Teton so far tonight. They've made 6 3-point shots already in this first half. They lead it by a score of 29-12. Brown with it in the front court. He goes to Nelson. Nelson looking, still looking. He's going to go to Street. Street drives all the way to the hoop, lays it up and in. Street with the layup. It's now 31-12. Bears, it was 22-11 at the end of the first quarter. Another turnover. Anderson thought it was going to be a back court call. He actually had time to get it in. And it goes the other way. Thompson hits the layup, 33-12. It was 22-11 at the end of the first, and it's a 11-1 run. Birch, Euro step layup, good. Nice move by Birch to stop the bleeding. That's the first 2 points of the two-point basket of the second quarter. Only the second and third point of the quarter. Baseline drive, Brown layup, good. 35-14. Teton having their way on the offensive end, doing anything they want so far. Nice pass into Warner, but good defensive recovery. Bears will have to bring it back out. Anderson now with it at the top of the key. 3 minutes left in the first half. 35-14. 6 made. Phillips 66 3-point shots for Teton. It goes inside to Robinson. He's tied up and fouled. I think that one's going to go on Brown. The Bears, I think, are yet to score a 3-point make. Yep, no 3-point field goals for the Bears. 6 3-point field goals for Teton. 18-point difference there and only a 21-point difference in the game. So if it wasn't for the 3-point baskets, Bears are right in this. Birch got a good look at it, couldn't get it to go. Rebound comes the other way. And inside, it's going to come out. Street, 3. Nope, but he's going to get 3 foul shots. Tafoya fouls him. So Street doesn't get the 3-pointer to go, but he will get 3 foul shots. Kuntz and Nelson will check back in after the first 2 foul shots. First one's good. Jacobson Mountaineer foul line. Going to see 3 of them for Street right here. Okay, and if you're just joining us, we've had some internet problems early in the game. The game started early. And finally get on the air. And Street goes 2 out of 3 on that trip to the foul line. The score is now 36-14. So we think we got everything settled, and there's a steal. Hawkins going to go the other way, miss it. Rebound is going to be a foul on Bear Lake. It's going to send Thomas to the Jacobson Mountaineer foul line. That one goes on Tate Ewing, who's checked into the game. Gets his first foul. And Thomas back to the foul line, the Jacobson Mountaineer foul line. Jacobson Mountaineer for all your heating and air conditioning needs in the Bear Lake Valley. Contact Jacobson Mountaineer. And like we've already mentioned a couple times, but I know some of you are just barely joining us because of some a power outage back at the radio station, plus the internet issues, plus we did get an early start. With all that in mind, we've got 6 made Phil 66 U-Save 3-point shots for the Teton Timberwolves. A couple made foul shots right there from the Jacobson Mountaineer foul line. And then a steal by Kuntz. It's out of bounds off of the Bears. And the ball will stay with Teton. They got the scores 38-14 up there. I think I had it as 39. That's what I have it as well, as 39. So we're going to go with what we've got. If we both got the same thing and we're not even cahooting on it. There's a missed 3. They can miss the 3-point shot. Carlisle gets the rebound for the Bears. Up ahead to Tafoya. Tafoya in the corner to Ewing. Ewing back up to Tafoya. Hume, he'll shoot the Phillips 66 U-Save 3-point shot. Miss it. Rebound goes to Warner, up and in. Warner gets the bucket on the rebound. Warner now on the night, he's got 7. but the Bears trail at 38-16 on their scoreboard. I have it as 39-16. Inside to Hawkins. Warner blocks it and gets the rebound.
I changed it on my scoreboard too, but I do have it as 39. I think they missed a free throw a while ago.
I think it was on that 3-point where he shot 3 foul shots, and I think he went 2 out of 3, and they didn't put one of them up. Tafoya now to Ewing. Ewing throws it away. Him and Tafoya were on different pages, and it turns into a turnover. Street back in. Kuntz back in. Nelson and Brown out there for Teton. Tafoya out there with Hume, Ewing, Carlisle, and Warner. Goes inside to Street. He'll kick it back out to Hawkins. Hawkins gives it to Brown. Brown to Kuntz. Kuntz for 3. Yes. Kuntz with another Phillips 66 U-Save 3-point shot. The Bears wanted to limit those takes in the game. They only made 9. In Bear Lake, they've got 7 with a minute to go in the first half in this game tonight, and they lead at 41-16. Ewing up top to Tafoya. Tafoya looking for some help. Dribbles across, goes to Hume. Hume will launch the long 3. Yes! There is a Phillips 66 U-Save long ball for the Bear Lake Bears. Jack Hume gets it to go. And in the corner to Kuntz. Kuntz goes to Brown. Brown down the lane, a little floater, no good. Gets his own rebound. He'll come out to Hawkins, then to Nelson. Nelson for 3, no good. Rebound is going to be taken down by Jack Hume. Good block out that time by Carlisle to clear the space, and Carlisle makes the assist on the other end. Warner with 9 points on the night. Bears, quick transition, get the bucket. Brown went down hard. I didn't see it. And they called a foul on Brown as well. I don't know if that's going to send Warner to the foul line. Yeah, they said number 3, so that's got to be on them. So it'll be Warner at the, that was a late foul, well after the shot. But it'll send Warner to the Jacobson Mountain Air foul line for a chance for a 3-point play. 41-21, still a 20-point lead for Teton. But Warner at the Jacobson Mountain Air foul line for all your heating and air conditioning needs. Contact Jacobson Mountain Air. Warner's foul shot is good. I think that puts him in double digits. It does. He's got 10 for the Bears, and the Timberwolves will work for the last shot. 6 seconds now. They go inside to Nelson. Nelson's shot is missed. Whoa, late whistle. Bears had the rebound and were headed the other way.
I had to think about it for a minute.
Yeah.
Brian had to compute. That was a really long wait to call the foul there.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's not, because I think it was, but it just took a minute.
Bears had taken 2 dribbles the other way. Everybody was clearing, and instead Nelson's going to the foul line. He'll shoot 2. First one is good. 42-22. We'll go with the score that's on the scoreboard. 20-point lead for the Timberwolves. Nelson will have one more free throw, and this should end the half. It goes, and Hume will check it out from 3-quarter court, miss it, and we'll go to halftime. Your score at halftime, 43-22 in favor of the Timberwolves. We'll take a 2-minute break. We'll come back, give you the stats we've got, and recap the first half right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Dr. Reynolds. I work here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. I'm a family physician trained in rural family medicine, and then I also do sports medicine. I grew up in Provo, Utah, played football at BYU, medical school at the University of Utah, then did my residency at the Family Medicine Residency of Idaho, and then after residency came here. I love the beauty, the place geographically here. I love the people, and I love that there's a certain type of get-it-done person that lives here and thrives here. Really any sports me and my family love. Jet skiing, being on the lake, ATVs, power sports, that kind of stuff. I think what I want you to know more than anything else is that I'm here for you, that I take that duty to you very seriously, and I want to provide you with the information or the guidelines that you need to make a good decision, and that I have your best interest at heart.
Live coverage of Bear Lake High School sports on the SVI Sports Network is presented by Southeast Idaho Steel, a locally owned business making locally produced steel signs and fixtures. Flying as title and escrow, whatever it takes. Stephen Hammond Dental, local family dentistry. Gary Tusher CPA, bookkeeping, tax returns, and payroll, here to help. And by Lenhart Beverages, proud to support the Bear Lake Bears. Bear Lake Drug in Montpelier is your full-service pharmacy, including prescription refills and medications. Bear Lake Drug also offers services such as rapid strep test, rapid influenza test, and medication synchronization. Ask your pharmacist for more details at Bear Lake Drug on Washington Street in Montpelier. Visit BearLakeDrugID.com. That's BearLakeDrugID.com. It's your local drugstore and a whole lot more. Bear Lake Drug.
This is your home for Bear Lake Bears basketball, live on SVI Media and The Wave, all a part of the SVI Sports Network.
44-22. They did correct it. They found that point that we missed because now they agree with me. 44-22, your halftime score. It was at 22-11 after the first quarter. It's 44-22 at halftime. Because of the internet issues we had early and then the glitches we had, most people didn't hear our pregame show. So the recapping the keys to the game before the game were to stop the three-point shot. The Bears allowed 9 3-point baskets in Bear Lake by the Teton Timberwolves. And so the Bears were going to make a conscious effort to defend the three-point line better. Tonight, in the first half, didn't accomplish that. 7 made Phillips 66 U-Save three-point shots for the Teton Timberwolves.
And if you watch that half, Jared, I don't know what they were doing defensively out there on the floor tonight, but it was kind of a revolving door of points. The three-point line, a lot of open looks for Teton, a lot of open looks for two right at the hole. Offensively, Teton just looks faster than Bear Lake in the first half. It's been kind of an ugly first half. I'm just going to call it what it is. Rough first half of basketball on the defensive end, but Bears showing signs of life going into halftime. We saw the offense start to click, and offensively they looked a little bit better going into the half. But if I'm Coach Ward going into halftime, we've got to find a way defensively to shut this team down.
So the stats for the first half are Teton leading scorer. They've got 2 with 10. Street and Thomas both have 10. Nelson has 7. Kuntz has 8. Kuntz comes off the bench. They have 7 made 3-point shots. Only 8 made 2-point shots. And then they are 7 out of 10 from the foul line. I don't have the percentages for shooting because trying to do the talkie that I do and keep stats, I'm not nearly as talented as Lisa is. So for the Bear Lake Bears, leading scorer is Warner. He has 10. Hume has 5. Birch has 5. Anderson has 2. That's it. 3-point makes, just 1. Jack Hume has the only Phillips 66 U-Save 3-point bucket of the first half. And the Bears are only 3 out of 5 from the foul line. So the Bears been outscored by 3-point range by 18 and from the foul line by 4. Guess how many that makes? That makes 22 points. What's the difference in the game?
22 points.
So the interior has been fine for Bear Lake. The Bears are scoring bucket for bucket with Teton on the inside. It's the 3-point line and the foul line that have made the difference for the Teton Timberwolves. And the Bears trail on the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital scoreboard at halftime by a score of 44-22 here on the SVI Sports Network. Nate, what do you got to say about the first half?
First half, Jared, was tough for the broadcasting crew and for the team. We had a hard time getting it on the air. Bad news is you just missed a lot of three-pointers for Teton. Unfortunately, Bear Lake unable to really stop the Timberwolves at any point in this game on the defensive end. Teton scoring at will. The three-point line's been open. The two-point line's been open. Really, Teton hasn't shot that many foul shots if you think about it. So 44 points and a half off of the limited amount of free throws they've had is really impressive. That means a lot of open looks, high shooting percentage, pretty much as good as you can get for Teton. Defensively, we've got to figure something out. Bear Lake has got to go into halftime and figure out something, because clearly defensively 44 points and a half, you're never going to be happy with that. You would be happy if you only allowed 44 points in a game, but in a half, that's unfortunate. So I'm sure Coach Trevor Ward trying to cook up some defensive schemes in there to figure out something to, limit their open looks. I mean, yeah, offensively, like I said, we saw growth throughout that second quarter.
You mentioned 44 points in a game is okay defense, 44 points and a half. 22 points in the first half is okay for the Bear Lake Bears.
Yeah.
Most games, if you're at 22 points at halftime, you're in the game.
Yeah.
So it is I agree, the offense isn't the issue, it is the defense. And so they're doing a 3-point shootout here at halftime, and this young lady that's shooting right now she's rocking it. She's made several. Her shooting percentage isn't too bad. They need to recruit her. She could just blend in with this team, and just as I said that, she misses like 5 in a row. But anyway.
Announcer's curse.
Yeah,
but,
there you go.
Offensively, there's signs of life out there. I think Bear Lake's offense has executed pretty well. 22 points and a half, that's pretty good. A lot of nice looks inside, honestly. They've worked in the paint really well. A couple nice three-pointers coming off the hands of Jack Hume. Like I said, this team has signs of growth. I think offensively, they've got it figured out. They just have to find a way to shut this team down.
So next up shooting is the guy in the ghillie suit. Full ghillie suit.
I'm excited to see how this one goes.
Anyway, my comment for the Bears is they're not out of it.
No.
We saw in both the JV game and the C-team game, the Bears were down big early on and came back, and actually the C-team game was tied with just a few seconds left, and they couldn't come back and finish it. They lost by 2 on a last second missed three-pointer by Bears, and they made it 2 late in the shot clock to take the lead to Teton. So both the C team and the JV got behind big and then fought back, and Bears ended up losing both those games. But they showed the pattern that the varsity is going to need to do if they're going to get back in this. And the ghillie suit doesn't go well with foul shooting, is what I'm seeing. Three-point shooting. He's not.
He's like 1 for 92.
Now, if he wants to go out and hunting and disappear in the woods, yeah, he's got my vote. But from the 3-point line, I'm going to take the young lady who shot earlier. So the first half, reminiscent of last night's game where the Bear Lake Bears fell behind early in the girls' game to Snake River and then dominated the rest of the way. This game, it was the opposite. The Bears jumped out, actually had a lead at one point, 9-6, and then it was all Teton after that. Both teams are coming back out of the locker room. We got about a minute and a half before this one tips off in the second half. We'll be back with that second half right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Bear Lake Dental in Montpelier is where kindness and dentistry meet. Our friendly, talented team have years of experience in providing compassionate service and high-quality dental care. Dr. Micah Himmerick, Dr. Monty Weston, and a full staff of dental experts are here to help you create a new smile. Visit Bear Lake Dental at 215 South 4th Street in Montpelier, online at bearlakedental.com, or give us a call at 208-847-0153. Bear Lake Dental, creating happy, beautiful smiles.
Our PT department is comprised of physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We also have pelvic floor that we do. Physical therapy helps in multiple settings. They assist in the skilled nursing facility, the manor, the home health, along with helping out with both preoperative and postoperative. Make sure that you have the best outcome with your surgery and your way of life going forward.
We take all the decisions and explain them and make it easier for everybody to understand.
We bring a uniqueness to it, and we try to make sure everything is positive and happy and people have a good experience.
People come in and sign the papers and they leave and they're happy, they get the house. I like that.
When we hand you that deed to your home, there's not going to be anything that's going to come up later that's going to hurt.
On the SVI Sports Network, this is Bears basketball with Jared and Lisa.
We are ready for second half action. The Bear Lake Memorial Hospital scoreboard is all Teton, sadly, for the Bears. 44-22. in favor of Teton. They got red hot from the three-point line, kind of like they did in Bear Lake. In fact, better than they were in Bear Lake. They've already made 7 3-point shots in just the first half of basketball. Bears will have the ball to start the second half. Leading scorer for the Bear Lake Bears, Warner, out there with Hume, Anderson, Carlisle, and Birch, the same way they started the game. Anderson to Hume. Hume with the quick 3. Yes! So Jack Hume, just a few seconds into the second half, gets another Phillips 66 USA 3-point shot. And if you're the Bears and you're going to fight back in this, that's what you got to do, is score early and score often. Bears now trail 44-25. Street tries to answer for 3. No. Hume with the rebound and the quick outlet. He'll smartly pull it back up. Shoot the 3. Everybody just flew past him, left him open. This one's off the front of the rim. Rebound to the Timberwolves. Nelson with it up top. And over in the corner to Brown. And now another 3 on the way. No good. This one by Nelson, but Brown gets the rebound. Thomas to Nelson. Burke Nelson this time, and he misses the 3. Rebound, though, fought for, taken down Street. Goes baseline with it, cut off by Warner. Another 3 ball on the way. This one's good. That was Nelson for 3. And a quick timeout by the Bear Lake Bears. And this one looks like it's a 30-second timeout. We'll take it. We'll keep it right here. 47-25 in favor of the Teton Timberwolves here on the SVI Sports Network. Your Bear Lake Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, you can count on them to care. It's been courtesy of the long ball. They now have 8 made 3-point shots in the game. And if you can make 8 3-point shots in a high school basketball game, then yeah, you're going to win a lot of games. And the Teton Timberwolves seem to play very well when they play the Bear Lake Bears.
So I turned this on. Don't have good internet.
And Teton leading by 22. Bears took the timeout to try to rewrite the ship, as Bears came out good early in the half and then gave up several rebounds. And here comes Jack Hume quickly into the front court. Jack all the way to the hoop. Layup good. Jack Hume. He's got 5 second half points. He's got 10 now on the game to tie Warner for the game high scoring lead for the Bear Lake Bears. Brown with it up top. And then back to Brown. Brown's going to go baseline. Cut off. Double teamed. Goes inside to Nelson. Nelson short arms it. Gets his own rebound. And then Warner blocks a shot and gets the rebound, and then he is fouled. And I think that foul is going to go.
So it's on YouTube.
They said blue 4. There isn't a blue 4. Blue 4 is the one who got fouled. So it's the foul's on Nelson. Bears trailing by 20, 47-27, 6:23 left to go in the third. Hume has scored 5 in the second half for the Bears. The Bears showing some life here in the second half, but down by 22 at halftime. Birch goes underneath to Carlisle. It's knocked away from him, but it'll stay Bear Lake ball. Last touch by Brown. Bears ball, baseline. Hume will be the trigger man with 6:15 left in the third. Hume looking. He's going to have to come clear up top to Birch. Birch quickly to Anderson. Anderson, dribble drive down the lane, pass to Carlisle. Carlisle for a long 2, a little bit long, and it goes in the hands of Nelson. Nelson to Nelson. In the corner it goes to Thomas. Thomas back up top to Nelson. Inside it goes to Nelson, back up to Street. In the corner to Brown. Now to Street, now to Nelson. In the corner to Thomas. 15-second shot clock. Corner 3 on the way, no good. Warner with the rebound for the Bears. And here comes Anderson. So the second half defense has been better for the Bears. In the corner it goes to Birch. Birch cut off on the drive. He'll come back out to Anderson. Anderson around the screen. And he'll have to come to Hume. Hume in the corner of Carlisle. Carlisle 3, no good. He misses the Phillips 66 U-Save three-point shot, and here comes the Timberwolves with the ball. Street over to Nelson. Nelson up top to Brown, inside to Street, out to Thompson. He'll shoot the three. No good. Warner with the rebounds. The Bears have forced in a little bit longer three-point shots in this second half, and they haven't been falling with the consistency they were in the first. Warner with it. The foul line was wide open, didn't realize it. He'll drive, he'll shoot, he'll score. Nice little jumper there, and a good assist inside. Birch set the screen for him, allowed him to get that shot off. Bears down 18 still, but showing some life to start the second half. Nelson with it. He'll come over to Nelson. Inside to Street. Street turnaround. Yes. Good defense inside. Not much you can do beyond committing the foul. Better than what Warner did right there. It's back to a 20-point game. Hume gets it to Warner. Warner has the ball knocked away, gets it back. Nice pass. Gets Hume open for three. No. Rebound to Brown. So Hume had a good look at it, couldn't get it to go. We're halfway through the third quarter, and it's 49-29 on the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital scoreboard. Brown for three, yes. He didn't have much of an opening, but he had just enough of an opening. And Brown hits the long ball. Anderson with it. Gets it inside finally to Carlisle. Carlisle to Birch. Birch gets the man in the air. Up and in. Nice pump fake by Birch. Gets himself open. Gets the two to go. 52 to 31 in favor of the Teton Timberwolves. And a quick foul. There was a missed shot on the other end by Teton Bears with the rebound, and then Hume is fouled by Thomas. Sorry, I was trying to make an adjustment there. Tafoya and Keach in for the Bears. Hume and Warner, the two leading scorers so far in the game for the Bears, will take a seat. Bears down by 21. They were down by 22 at halftime. Anderson with it. Tries to go inside. Gets it to Keach. Keach will have to come back, is going to be called for 3 seconds. Keach and Carlisle were both in there. Keach got caught in no man's land where he couldn't get a shot up, couldn't get a pass out, went the double team and gets the 3-second lane violation. Nelson will bring the ball into the front court. Now he goes to Brown, to Kuntz, who's in the game, up top to Nelson. And baseline, Street, long two, it's good. So the baseline jumper for Street goes 54 to 31. Carlisle with it after the Bears break the press. Now to Anderson. Anderson drives, goes to Keach. Keach up, no good. Didn't catch the backboard with that one, and it goes too long. And at the other end, Kuntz with it inside. And he tries to wrap it around, and they call the kick on the Bears. It'll stay Teton basketball. Kuntz was trying to get it underneath the Street. Couldn't get it to him. Big lead of the game is 23. And that's what it is right now for Teton. They have the basketball up top to Street, now to Kuntz. Kuntz dribbles down the lane. Stops, shoots, misses. Rebound to Birch. Tafoya with him for the Bears. Tafoya quickly into the front court to Birch. Now to Anderson. Anderson looking for Birch inside. Instead just drives. Kicks it to Keach. Keach gonna go up with it. No good. And rebound to the Timberwolves. And here comes Nelson. It goes to Brown. Brown to Kuntz. Kuntz dribble drive down the lane. Draws a crowd. Kicks in the corner. And back out to Brown. They call a travel first. And we got a new kid in there. And he's Mr. Not on the roster. Wearing number 15. And we don't have a 15 anywhere on the roster. So not sure who that is. Birch all the way to the other end. No good. But he's fouled. He'll go to the line. He'll shoot two. For the Jacobson Mountain Air foul line. He'll shoot a pair. For all your heating and air conditioning needs, call Jacobson Mountain Air. Brown commits the foul. It's the first I have him for. They say three. No, I have him for three. I just don't know what I'm doing here. Third on Brown. Birch leaves the first one short. Hume and Warner back in. Carlisle and Anderson will take a seat. Brown and Nelson check out. Thomas and Nelson and Hawkins check in, and Street also checks out. So Broxton Birch will have one more from the Jacobs Mountain Air foul line. His second free throw, good this time. And Birch on the night has 8 points now. Kuntz with it. He goes up top. Thomas. Back to Kuntz. Kuntz with the man in his face shoots the three. No good. But goes into Mr. number 15. And now inside to Kuntz. Kuntz in the corner to number 15 who dribble drives. Kicks it out to Thomas. Thomas for three. No good. Rebound. Warner had it for a second. Birch blocks Kuntz's shot. Kuntz gets it back again. This time Birch will come down with the rebound. So the Bears, good defense right there. The Timberwolves had a couple of looks from the inside. One of them was blocked, and the Bears got in the way of the other one to force the misses. Keach with it will come out to Warner. Warner will shoot the three. No good. Rebound to Kuntz. About 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock, but it's not going to matter. Oh, it might. They actually had to pull it back out as Kuntz went down the lane quickly. Thomas with it. He'll go to Keach. It was actually knocked away by Hume and bounced to Keach. And Hume will bring it into the front court. We're exactly where we were after the end of the first half. A 22-point lead for the Timberwolves and a 22-point lead right now. Hume tries to cut into that with a three. Misses. Rebound will go to Nelson. They've got time for a shot with 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Nelson down the lane. Offensive foul. Great job by Birch. Just stayed right with him all the way down the court. Stayed in front of him. The offensive player initiated the contact. That's his first. So the Bear Lake Bears will have 4.8 seconds left to try to get a shot here at the end of the half. And Tafoya, I'm not sure he knows that the time's almost out. He doesn't. Ooh, he finally realized at the last second, chucked it, and it almost went. And the Bears are going to trail by 22 going into the fourth quarter, which we'll have for you right after this on the SVI Sports Network.
With the helpful hardware, folks. When it's time for a brake job, go with Napa Silent Guard. Built with fiber-reinforced shims and rubber-coated hardware that reduce noise and provide an exact fit for the life of the pad. Available now at Napa. Give your engine the attention it deserves with Napa Full Synthetic Engine Oil. Its advanced formulation delivers faster flow and temperature protection in the harshest driving conditions, elevating engine performance by helping it run cleaner, longer. Available now at Napa.
The SVI Sports Network returns now with more live coverage of Bear Lake High School sports.
Bears trail by 22 as we go into the fourth quarter, just like they did as we started the second half. Leading scorer for the Bears is Warner with a dozen. Hume has 10. Birch has chipped in 8. To start the fourth quarter, it's Hume, Robinson, Ewing, Warner, and Anderson out there for Bear Lake. They got a big hill to climb if they're going to fight back in this one. Nelson with it up top to Brown, over to Street. Street in the corner to Hawkins. Now back to Street, to Hawkins. Up top, Street, and to Nelson. They're staying out in three-point range with it, looking for something inside. Nothing's been there so far. Nelson to Hawkins. Hawkins goes inside, and Hume picks off the pass. So long possession, took almost the entire shot clock, but they don't get a shot off as Hume gets the steal. Hume with it. He drives, shoots. No good. That one was in and out. Unfriendly road rims right there. Hume had got a good look at it. At the other end, quickly, Hawkins double teamed, and he'll come out to Nelson, and then in the corner to the other Nelson, who makes, guess what? another Phillips 66U Save 3-point shot. Phillips 66U Save lived to the full, and that makes it a 25-point lead on your Bear Lake Memorial Hospital scoreboard in favor of the Timberwolves. Ewing for a long 2, and Street with the rebound. Brown quickly at the other end. He'll go up top. Nelson 3. No. Warner, who's had a pretty good night for the Bears with the rebound. Ewing at the other end of the floor. He's fouled. He'll go to the line. He'll shoot 2. Jacobs Mountain Air foul line for all your heating and air conditioning needs in the Bear Lake Valley. Contact Jacobson Mountain Air. That one goes on Nelson, number 0. That's Burke Nelson, his second. Team first. Tate Ewing drains the first one from the foul line. Thomas will check in. Hawkins will check out for Teton. Ewing with a second foul shot for the Bears. And he goes 2 for 2. Teton quickly up ahead to Thomas. Now back to Brown. Brown for 3. Yes. Another Phillips 66U Save 3-point make for Teton. That's just their go-to. Ewing to Hume. Hume up top now to Anderson on the left elbow. Anderson to Ewing. Ewing back up to Anderson. Now over to Hume on the opposite side in front of the student section over there. Hume, jumper, yes. It's a long 2 for Jack Hume, just inside the 3-point line. 60-36, 24-point game. And Street goes baseline to Nelson. Nelson out top, Thomas. Thomas will drive, kick it to Nelson, missed it. Warner gets the rebound. I think a little bit of a block shot there by Warner. Warner's had a good night. Sadly, things haven't gone the Bears' way other than that. And there's a steal by Street. He'll go up ahead to Nelson, layup good. 62-36, 5:25 left in this one. Ewing with the ball, gets it to Hume. Hume, nice dribble down the lane, gets it to Robinson. Robinson gets his man in the air. Then a slight block, I think, and no good. Rebound goes to Nelson. Street gonna drive and be fouled. Ewing picks up the foul, his second. And it'll be 2 shots from the Jacobson Mountain Air foul line for the Teton Timberwolves. And this is Street. Gonna shoot a pair. For all your heating and air conditioning needs, contact Jacobson Mountain Air. Street, first foul shot, good. Keach and Tafoya will check in for the Bears. Hume and Warner will check out. 63-36. 64-36. The Street goes 2 for 2. Five minutes left in this one. It's been all Teton. Anderson still in the backcourt with it. He'll go to Robinson in the front court now, over to Anderson. Anderson out on the logo. Here comes the double team. Timberwolves like to try to trap. Now to Ewing. Ewing goes inside to Brown as he stepped inside in front of Robinson, fronted him. Brown quickly ahead to Kuntz. Kuntz baseline, double teamed. He'll come back out to Brown in the corner to Kuntz. Kuntz down the lane to Nelson, gets past him, and Keach will pick up the loose ball. Here comes the Bears. Tafoya loses his dribble, but he picks it back up. He'll go to Ewing. Ewing dribbles across the top. Inside, tries to go to Keach. It's knocked away, but into the hands of Tafoya. Still Bear Lake basketball. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Tafoya will bring it back out, reset the offense now to Anderson. Anderson in the corner. Goes to Ewing. Ewing out to Anderson. Anderson drives the lane, kicks it to Keach. Keach up and in. Nice pass by Anderson. And Keach gets his first bucket of the night. Quickly to the other end. And a 3-point shot by Kuntz rattles out. On the rebound, there's a foul. And this one's going to go on the Timberwolves. It's on Nelson. That gives him 2. Team 2. Robinson will check out. Birch checks in. 3:45 left. Bears are going to fall to the Timberwolves as Keach can't handle the quick pass from Anderson, fumbles it out of bounds. It will be Teton basketball. They'll trigger from the Bear Lake bench. Brown will go in the corner to Kuntz. Kuntz up top to Brown. Brown down the lane. Kick it out to Hawkins. Hawkins for 3. Yes. Bridger Hawkins gets another Phillips 66 U-save 3-point make for the Timberwolves. And then we got a foul at the other end. It's going to go on Thomas. And it's just the 3rd team foul. Brown will check out. Nelson will check back in. Bears basketball, trailing by 29. Birch in the corner in front of the pet band over there. He'll dribble to the top. Lob it to Ewing. Ewing up high to get it. And now in the corner to Tafoya. Back to Ewing. 18-second shot clock. Hawkins takes it away. Under 3 minutes to go. Thomas is going to drive the lane. Give it to Nelson. Nelson back to Thomas. Goes to Kuntz in the corner. Kuntz pump fake drive. Throw it up. No good. He'll go to the line. He'll shoot 2. Let's see who that one goes on. They're going to call that one on Ewing, his 3rd. It'll send Kuntz to the Jacobson Mountain Air foul line. He'll shoot 2. If he makes one of the 2, we'll have a running clock the rest of the game, as it's a 29-point game. He misses the first. Short off the front of the iron. Street checks in. And a timeout is taken. We'll take it with him. Let's see if it's a 30 or a 60. It's a 60. We'll be back on the SVI Sports Network.
Here at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, we have the honor of having a great radiology team. They've been recognized at the state level of being the best in their field. In our radiology department, we are able to provide MRIs, CT scans, X-rays, mammograms, ultrasound, echocardiograms, nuclear medicine, and DEXA scans.
On the SVI Sports Network, this is Bears basketball with Jared and Lisa.
67-38, late in the 4th quarter. Kuntz at the foul line. The Jacobson Mountain Air foul line for the Teton Timberwolves. The story of the game, though, is not the foul line. They are 9 out of 14, but it's the 3-point field goal. They have made 12. 12 points. They have almost as many points, do the Timberwolves, from the 3-point line as the Bears have in the game. They have 36 points from the 3-point line. The Bears have 38 points in the game. Leading scorer for Teton is Street with 16. Brown has 14. Leading scorer for the Bears, Jack Hume has 12, and Warner also has 12. Kuntz at the foul line to make it a 30-point game, which would mean the last 2:42 would be a running clock unless there's a timeout. And that's exactly what he does. 68-38 is your score. Jack Hume will walk the ball into the front court for the Bears. Bears back in action on Saturday as there's a steal by Hawkins, quickly up ahead to Kuntz. Kuntz is fouled by Hume. Hume kept him from getting the easy one, sends him to the line where he was 1 or 2 just a minute ago. 68-38. Kuntz will shoot a pair. Jacobson Mountain Air for all your heating and air conditioning needs. Kuntz misses the first. He'll have one more. It's been the Phillips 66 U-save long ball has been the difference in the game. And Teton can shoot from out there. Kuntz, just like he did last time, goes 1 out of 2. And it's 69-38. Bears basketball. 1:43 left in this one. And Ewing will go to Hume. Hume drives the lane. gets a shot up, no good. Rebound goes to Street. Street will bring it down. Hawkins. And now to Nelson. Nelson up top, Street. And now back to Nelson in the corner. And to Nelson and to number 15. Back out to Nelson. Hawkins with 10 seconds on the shot clock. 1:04 on the game clock. In the corner goes to Street. Up top, Nelson, long three. No good. Number 15 with the rebound. 53 seconds now. And Nelson will just back it out. They'll take all the time they can. The Bears will let them. Street back to Nelson to Hawkins. In the corner to number 15 to Hawkins to Nelson. Nelson will back it out near midcourt. 10 seconds on the shot clock, 32-second game clock. Nelson to number 15. He misses the three. Robinson with the rebound. The Bears will have the chance to take the last shot of the game. Tafoya setting the offense. He goes to Ewing. Ewing to Tafoya to Hume. Hume drives baseline, gets stopped. Could have been called for the travel. Tafoya for three, no good. Rebound to Teton. That's going to be the basketball game. And Teton Timberwolves going to win it 69-38.
He just made that. I mean, it was after the buzzer, but he threw it up from like the three-point line over here, and it went in nothing but net. That was the most excitement I felt tonight.
So Teton wins it. Let's just really quick recap the stats and get out of here. We got a long drive home. Street with 16, Brown with 14, Nelson with 12, Thomas with 10, Kuntz with 10. So they end up with 5 players in double figures. And they are shooters. 12 made three-point buckets. Only 11 of 16 from the foul line. 12. They've scored more. They made more three-point buckets than they made foul shots in the game. They had only 11 two-point field goals and 12 three-point field goals. You don't see a stat line like that very often where there are more points, more made three-point shots than either of the other stats. It just doesn't happen. For the Bear Lake Bears, leading scorer Warner and Hume both pitched in a dozen. Birch had 8, Anderson 2, and Ewing 2. And that's it. 38 points for the Bears. And the final score, 69-38. It was Teton leading at the end of the first quarter, 22-11. They led at halftime by a score of 34-22. And then the third period, 10-10. The Bears stayed with them, and then the fourth period was all Teton again, 15-6. We got Coach Ward on the microphone with us now. Coach, they made 12 three-point buckets. You made 2. That's 30 points. That's roughly the game.
Yes, it was. And our plan was to limit them to 5 threes, and that didn't quite happen tonight.
Well, you limited them to 5 in the second half.
Right.
They had 7 made threes at halftime. And I will say this for your defense. A lot of those threes, you had a man in their face, and and some of them were so far out, you're like, shoot that shot. But they went in anyway. They can shoot from out there.
Yeah, credit to them for being good shooters. But defensively, I'm happy with the adjustment we made at halftime, and I felt like they did a lot better, stopping them so they couldn't just get easy looks, whether it be a dribble penetration for a layup or a drive and kick. It wasn't quite there for them. They were a little frustrated. We're figuring it out, what we're good at, and I was happy with the adjustments that happened at halftime. So.
Yeah, second half until right late in the fourth quarter when they made a couple of threes there to push it to 30 points. You played them basically even in the second half, so the halftime adjustments did help. You got North Fremont on Saturday. That's an early game, 4 o'clock varsity tip on Saturday. And you beat North Fremont in an exciting game in Bear Lake. What do you look for the game to be on Saturday?
We need to attack the basket, period. I feel like we have an advantage on the inside. Last time we played them, and a couple threes fell for us. So I think the boys got confidence going against an opponent like that they've already got to win against, and I feel like they'll do a good job. So.
All right, good luck with that. We'll see you up in North Fremont on Saturday.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you to Coach Trevor Ward. And thank you to all of you for joining us on the SVI Sports Network. Bears struggled tonight against Teton, similar to the way the game went down in Bear Lake. Bears lose it by a final score of 69-38. And the Bears now play North Fremont on Saturday. And that is a game that was very exciting down in Bear Lake as North Fremont jumped out of the big lead. Bears fought themselves right back into the game. Tomorrow night, we're right back on the air with the American Falls Beavers and the Bear Lake Bears girls basketball from American Falls. Join us for that tomorrow night. Then on Saturday, the doubleheader back-to-back. For our excellent cameraman, Ray, for Lisa back in the studio, pushing all the buttons, bringing it to you on the radio. For Nate, who figured out the internet, even though it didn't want to cooperate tonight.
It was a rough night, but we ended up getting it going. Fortunately.
And everybody else. Oh, I got to do one more thing. One last thing. We started this thing a couple games ago with the gritty player of the game. And tonight, for me, that's Cason Warner. He was the highlight of the game for me for the Bear Lake Bears. He tied for the lead in scoring with 12, but he had a lot of rebounds. He probably had about 4 or 5 block shots. So if I were to give the award tonight for the gritty player of the game, it would be Cason Warner. And back to what we were doing. For everybody else on the SVI Sports Network, this is
Nate Matthews
and Jared Hillier saying good night, everybody.